The Tech Band is one of my favorite fight songs. They also have one of Lee's favorite songs, the YMCA.
Hey, YMCA.
Reading the crowds here right now. Okay. Where the 6 biggest upsets in the last decade have taken place in the first month and a half of this season. Iowa State over Iowa, NC State over Florida State, and the biggest on paper, last week's Temple victory. Here's our subjective list. Biggest upsets in the last 10 years, perspective of hindsight, not necessarily point spreads. Marv Seiler and the Cyclones, shocking Nebraska. Memphis, given the Vols, their only November loss in the 90s. But back to that stunning loss by Virginia Tech as the 0-6 Temple Owls came calling. 0 for 26 in Big East road games. They got on a top 10 undefeated team. They had 13 players on defense go out injured. They used scout teamers. They used walk-ons. They used freshmen on defense. And the program that stood for hopelessness and apathy in college football suddenly stood for anything that's possible in this sport. Curry Kirkpatrick has the story of the Owls' Philadelphia freedom.
The final score from Lane Stadium, Temple 28, Virginia Tech 24.
Obviously, people they believed that the scores were wrong.
They called me, they were like, is it true? Is it true? Did you guys really win? You know? And I was like,
we tell them we won. They're like, yeah, you're lying to us.
Let me repeat that one more time. Temple 28, Virginia Tech 24.
My mom called me and she was like, on the answering machine, she said, you guys did win, didn't you? I'm not sure, but call me and tell me to make sure that we won.
Yeah, Mom. The not-so-famous football team had won, and even the famous basketball coach was stunned.
For him to go in, less talented team, team that's got losses, lots of baggage, away from home, and to come away with a victory, nothing like that has ever happened at this university.
The legacy of losing on the gridiron at Temple is long and inglorious. Before the Owls were served up as homecoming prey at Virginia Tech last week, they were 0-6 this year, 0-26 in Big East road games, 0 for 11 years against ranked opponents. Why, Temple was even 0 for Division I AA against whom?
After we lost to When You're Married, and I mean, it was just like this black cloud over us, and everybody's just dogging us. We can't tell if they were playing Jack and Jill or Hansel and Gretel, and then it was like a little quote, do you remember when Temple was good? We don't either.
But beaten down, banged up, playing as many as 13 freshmen, including a third-string quarterback against the then 10th-ranked Hokies, and behind 17-0, Temple improbably got very, very good.
Then all of a sudden, with 33 seconds in the half, we break a 67-yard screen pass.
I threw the ball. I just looked at him run. My eyes just got big. I was like, oh, my God, he finna break. I said him cut across the field. And I was like, oh, man.
After that, the whole team was confident that we was going to win. During halftime, I felt the whole room was, like, lit up.
Which explained the second half, when the no longer sleeping Owls absolutely lit up Virginia Tech.
We scored the first 2 times we had the ball. And you could see the players get more and more excited because they actually were really now believing they had a chance to win the game.
Especially when Scott completed an 80-yard bomb to another freshman, Carlos Johnson. But in the closing minutes, Virginia Tech imposed its will again, driving for, did anybody doubt it, a winning touchdown.
I was going crazy. My stomach was churning and churning.
I'm just praying. I'm keep looking back at the clock. When's it going to end? When's it going to end?
Not just yet. Here came the killer pass.
The ball hit him in the hand. I just felt a knife go in my heart. I was like, here we go with this one again.
But, whoops.
He was right in his hands, and all of a sudden he dropped it. And he was like, phew.
Still, the Hokies had one last chance. 4th and victory from the 3-yard line.
Sorensen with the toss. McGee's. He's going to run out of room. He's out of bounds. The Owls hold. The Owls win. Temple wins.
It was incredible. It was so quiet. I didn't know if we had really won the game or until I looked to the sideline and I saw everybody jumping up and down, and I was just like, yes.
It was like we won the Super Bowl.
It's sort of like Rocky Comes Alive.
Everybody knows this guy. Beat up, downtrodden, verbally challenged, the ultimate underdog. But yo, look what the city of Philadelphia has built for him. And he wasn't even real. Imagine what could be in store for the true-life Rockies at the other end of Broad Street, otherwise known as the Temple Owls.
if we keep winning around here, maybe it'll build us a stadium, because that'd be nice.
Even though it doesn't get us to where we want to be, it's definitely a great building block.
We could tell our children and families about this years from now and say that we were part of one of the biggest upsets in college football history.
Both the Owls and the Hokies glad they have the day off. Now in the Big East, game of the day, Miami visits West Virginia. The punt block team stole a win last time they were up there a couple years ago. Then Randy Shannon, the assistant coach, took a trash can upside the head from a fan after the game. So